Yes, thank you, Dr. Siro, for that very informative introductory session. So this is the landing page for the portal, and you'll notice we have a bit of metrics here where you can see the total number of occurrences, data sets, publishers, and it is important to note that this is data that is being pulled from GBIF. What we have here is what is housed in GBIF, and it is being pulled to the Tana portal. And it's occur within the boundary of the Tana River Basin. About 151K occurrence records, and for the project, I think we have ourselves contributed over 27K of this. So when you open the portal, you get this landing page with this brief metrics on the data. And this ideally will be links that will be live. Currently, they are dead. Our technical partners will talk more as to why, but they are in future, there'll be live links which you can also click and they'll help to narrow your search. In the middle, we have a running banners where we will have features which the project probably is working on. And of course, a user guide that will always help users find their way around the portal. What is essential is down here, which is a breakdown of the taxa by classes. This becomes more intuitive and one can easily narrow down to their area of interest also quite easily. These are also currently not live, but we are hoping in a few weeks we'll have them live where if you click on birds, for instance, you'll be able to get a few summary on the metrics, for example, the conservation status, the total number of genus, and such like data which is common with biodiversity that is pulled from GB for each class. Down here, we have links to our project partners, which will redirect to their specific websites. When you hover over the resources, you have a few things you can do, like download some reports, and this also include reports from our project partners. You will get tutorials on how to move around the portal. And of course, we will have frequent downloads because some of our project partners really do not have data that can be GBIF, that can be put in the format that GBIF allows. So data like on water quality and things like that, we'll have them here as downloads, and which gives you a few introductory comments on the project. And we have a search function here. And for now, let me just try to load that up, GBIF, whereby you would, whatever you'd be searching for example, synodontis, it would return some results which are being pulled from GBIF. So currently what we have under the search button are species which are being pulled from GBIF. But in future, we'll make the search more interactive and intuitive in that we'll have more functions such as filter, which narrows down our users' search and make it also user-friendly and more helpful. Uh, and we have a login function where we could have access levels for different users. Some users would have more privileges on the portal than others. This would include making uploads, edits, and other administrative activities. Now, on the tools section, we have GeoNode, GBIF, and KenBIF. KenBIF is the Kenyan instance on GBIF. So ideally, what Kenya has on GBIF, you'd find them at KenBIF. But what is of importance at this point is the GeoNode. And as that loads up, the GeoNode is, I think Dr. Siro mentioned that with the technical partner was to build on tools from a previous project, which was also funded by JRS. And so you'll find some of the data here on GeoNode, not really specific to Tana. And the case is because we are building on a GeoNode project previously under the Kenya Biodiversity Atlas. So when you come to the GeoNode, you would find some layers here on the center. These are some of the layers you'd find which you can now map. You can make some few visualizations. And for example, if I clicked on water bodies, you would find a few summary details on that specific layer. You could also download the layer, and this is probably for advanced GIS users or people who would want to do more analysis outside the portal. You could download the map, and you could also create a map which allows you more freedom and more customization. And of course, you'll notice we are using the standard GeoNode tools, and we are in talks with our project partners to see whether we can even allow room for more flexibility and customization, because the GeoNode gives you limited it gives you limited tools, especially for the users who are not very advanced. And we have a vision to make the portal as user friendly as possible. So this I think is a slow internet error. We have we also supposed to have a boundary here, which will our partners are working on, that delimits the area covered by the Tana River Basin. And what you see as Garissa, Meru, Embu, Thika, these are some of the counties in Kenya. And Tana ideally falls around this area. So we will have that uploaded in the coming week, so that when a user opens any of the layers, they can always identify the boundary of the Tana Basin. So what you have as light shades of blue here, these are the water bodies, these Tana River water bodies that I have loaded. It's only that the color scheme is not very, it's a bit not obvious on what the water bodies are and how far they extend. But once we have that layer for boundary, things will be more easy to process. And also from the GeoNode here, you can add more layers to overlay with whatever it is you have. So for instance, you could have a layer on probably, yeah, you'll notice here we have some data which is outside the area for Tana, and it's because what we are working with currently is built on another existing project, but we'll have those layers specific to Tana. So you could probably load major roads in Tana, and you'll have that added there. So there are some roads which have been added. So the GeoNode really would be an instance which allows a bit of mapping, which would improve on visualization depending on what a user is working on. And of course, once you have your custom map, you can as well download it and use it in your reports or whatever it is you're working on. And currently, like Dr. Siro mentioned, there are a bit of technical challenges we're experiencing, but our technical partners will get more into that. So essentially, it's work in progress, especially with the functionalities. And we really hope to have this done in the coming few weeks as we are heading towards the end of the project, so that we have it up and running, and users can benefit from this portal. And we really want to have it as user friendly as possible. So for me, that will be all for now. And I would like to hand over to the next speaker so that maybe we'll have questions and comments after we have the final speaker. Thank you.